Really unique is when we get a little closer to our object, we start to pick up better detail and much better resolution.
Meet the L16. Because it's collecting depth data, you can actually adjust your focus a bit after the fact. Here I focused on her eyes a little. Now it's fixed. And then you can also control the amount of background blur, like adjusting the f-stop on an SLR. Voila!
And a start-stop button on it.
What the hell is this? What is even going on?
So we're gonna put it into the time-lapse mode.
It also does 3K at 100 frames per second.
And people are like, what are you doing? I said, hold up, wait a minute, let me show you.
Because this stick, the software, when you're using this, the software removes the stick in post. So it looks like a floating camera is following you around. Some of you may have seen some snowmobile footage of me lately, and a lot of people...
Here's Mark Chislak in Los Angeles.
The next big leap in cinematic technology could be upon us. Space is designed to film in 360 degrees, a technique known as volumetric capture. In this space, a scene can be performed once, but is recorded on all of those cameras surrounding the actors, so every single angle is covered. The individual shots are pumped via fibre optic cable to dedicated servers, which then process the images into a point cloud. The point cloud is a 3D, 360-degree representation of the entire studio. The action can then be watched from any angle the viewer desires. Once the decisions have been made about where to position the camera, the action is cleaned up using VFX and the scene is complete. This particular scene was attempted several times, but this clip was made from shots all captured on the 15th attempt.
You can read the most important thing that is about to change the game of filmmaking. And if that is true, how can you start using it today? Which is basically a virtual reality simulation where you can jump into the game, run around set, throw up lights, set up cameras, and change lenses. Basically everything to pre-visualize your entire shoot before you get onto set. Now, this is not the first time that he's made a tool like this.
Movie, just one frame. How many people touch that frame from pre-production to art department to lighting?
Hundreds of people.
To visual effects. Previs is one.
This is the work in progress UI still, but if you hit E, there's different lights, structures.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Keep going all the way down the E train here.
By inventory, Matt is referring to props and tools, things that Matt had pre-built into the game. And my God, he literally had everything. In terms of props, whoa, toilet. The inventory tab literally looked like an IKEA catalog, but better. And in terms of tools, the game likewise had more filmmaking equipment than you can imagine. We're talking about everything from lights, to stands, to flags, to camera support systems.
We've done some trickery to make it
into the science of binaural. The same way we use 2 eyes to see in 3D, we also use 2 ears to hear in 3D. The way we do that is arrival time, loudness, and frequency range, or timbre. So when my girlfriend's bird chirps, it arrives first in the right ear, and then a tiny fraction of a second later, it arrives in the left ear. Not only that, but it should be a little bit louder in the right side. Finally, the timbre, or distortion of that sound wave through the space, bouncing off the walls around your head. And when that sound finally arrives in each ear, the shape of the sound has changed so much that the difference between the same sound in the left ear and the right ear can tell us where it came from.
Or I can play the keys one at a time.
Hi, Jenna.
Hi, Anand.
Hey everyone.
App and write a quick note, and then just hit send. And it becomes a digital sticky note, which I can just grab.
That's cool. How about jellyfish?
So all we have to do is say the words, and they're instantly visualized right before our eyes. You can even click into one of these bundles, and they expand into a full-blown internet search, complete with 3D models, images, and web pages.
Most AI systems are already primed to take over thousands, if not millions of jobs. Any job that consists of a human taking down information from other humans and inputting it into a system is likely to go obsolete. So cashiers, receptionists, telemarketers, and bank tellers are all on their way out. As self-driving cars, self-operating drones, and other conveyors from A to B get more complex, we'll also lose jobs like truck drivers, postal workers, courier services, even pizza delivery. Even my job as a journalist is threatened by rapidly improving news algorithms that can gather information and deliver it faster and more accurately. Things small, like optimizing traffic patterns over time to figure out the best routes to take, or how to fix roads and rebuild highways. All the way to something much more serious, like monitoring epidemics and disease and stopping them before they spread. Just a few tech monopolies control the latest breakthroughs in data collecting, processing, and analyzing. And while we may hope that AI will help advance our society, it may just end up working to benefit the tech industry and only those who can afford to take advantage of cheaper, smarter replacements.